Hi everyone, it's Joaquin from Carrollwood Estates. We're going to take a look at how the Palisades performed this December and review the top 10 sales and who the buyers are when we know that. First up on our list, 1149 Amalfi Drive. This one sold for $20.12 million. It's an East Coast traditional estate. It's set on the Amalfi Rim in the Upper Riviera. The home was built by Scott Harris and designed by Adam Hunter in 2008, and it's been thoughtfully and periodically updated since. It enjoys dramatic views of the Santa Monica Mountains and a wide stretch of Will Rogers State Park. It's an exceptional house. Both the builder and the designer, they're very high end and highly sought after, and it shows in the scale, the architecture, and the craftsmanship throughout. The bones here are excellent. That said, the style does feel a little bit dated. A lot of the finishes clearly reflect the original 2008 build. I think the next buyer will likely personalize it and bring it forward. Even so, this was a big sale, especially on a roughly 14,000 square foot lot. We love to see numbers like this. So the buyer runs a family office and he's a serial entrepreneur. He's coming from the Huntington and his home is currently on the market in the Huntington and is under contract. Next up, we have 1417 Capri Drive. This one sold for $13 million. It's about 6,400 square feet and it sold for a little over $2,000 per square foot. This is formerly the home of Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. This is a classic traditional. It has real East Coast charm. It's a sizable, older home, and what stands out immediately is how well it's laid out. Generous proportions, great flow, 6,500 square feet, and it feels big without being overwhelming with 5 bedrooms. The home, it's been meticulously renovated and it keeps the traditional character intact when they did the renovations. It never feels overdone or stripped of its soul. It's privately tucked behind gates. We have a brick pathway lined with manicured greenery that leads you to this vine-adorned facade that sets the tone right away. Inside, you've got hardwood floors, generous millwork, substantial crown moldings, detailed ceilings throughout. The den and the kitchen, they're anchored by large central skylights and they bring in a lot of great natural light. There's also a temperature-controlled wine tasting room, which is a really nice touch. Out back, a brick terrace wraps around a swimmer's pool with a putting green tucked away at the rear, and this is all surrounded by tall, lush hedging. It feels very private and very complete. All of this sits on a flat, almost 18,000 square foot lot, which really rounds out the package. This is a timeless, well-executed traditional that's been cared for properly and still feels very relevant today. Next, we have 1537 San Remo Drive. This one sold for $7.615 million. We have a sprawling single-story traditional by the prominent Los Angeles architect Gerard Colcord. It's set on over half an acre of tree-lined filled grounds in a quiet, secluded pocket of the Palisades Riviera in the Upper Riviera. This one sold off-market for land value. One of the neighboring owners who owns an adjacent lot actually purchased the property. It'll be very interesting to see what they do here, whether they combine the lots, build something new, remodel the existing structure, or even hold it as a rental. They've got a lot of optionality. The house itself, it has really good bones and just large enough that a thoughtful remodel could make sense financially. It's one of those properties where the land clearly carries the value, but the structure is definitely not disposable. Next up, 18044 Sandy Cape Drive. This one sold for $4.8 million. We have a Cape Cod style traditional, great architecture, strong floor plan, wide frontage. The wide frontage really takes advantage of one of the few unobstructed ocean view lots on the west side. And it's just one of the best. It's located in the Pacific View Estates neighborhood. I also like the landscaping. It does a great job of screening the neighboring homes so that the view, it feels very private and uninterrupted. You're a stone's throw from the beach, easy access to Santa Monica, Palisades, Malibu, and we have a straightforward shot to the valley through Topanga Canyon. The lot is effectively about 13,000 square feet of flat land, which is very sizable for this pocket. The home last traded at $5.3 million in December 2022, which really highlights the strength and the resilience of the Palisades market. It's pretty remarkable that even after the fire, this property is still commanding a number like this. The buyer is the owner and CEO of a flower mall, a major wholesale and retail flower market in Los Angeles flower district, spanning over 45,000 square feet and just filled with every kind of plant you can imagine. Next up on our list, 17520 Stretto Way. This one sold for $4.68 million. It has commanding panoramic ocean views stretching from Malibu all the way to Palos Verdes. Casita de Sueños, that's the name of the house, truly floats above the Pacific in the heart of Castellamar. You're just steps from the sand through the historic footbridge, which is such a special part of this pocket. And it's originally built in 1928. This is a Spanish revival that's been preserved really well cared, and you feel it immediately. You see the hand-troweled plaster walls, arched casement windows, forged iron balconies, and the original Saltillo tile floors in warm terracotta tones. Every surface tells a story. One of my favorite details is the Malibu pottery style Talavera tile. You see it on the stair risers, it's tucked into niches, it's painted into deep cobalt, saffron, jade, and coral with Moorish rosettes and patterns. It adds color and soul, doesn't feel overdone, and inside, the ceilings are finished in Venetian plaster, and they're paired with dark walnut doors and bronze chandeliers. The house feels warm and it's grounded in an elegance. The kitchen, very well done and functional. Really nice appliances, stones. The bathrooms are finished in travertine and limestone with high quality fixtures throughout. So everything's very thoughtful and consistent. There's also a detached guest house with ocean views, which works perfectly for guests, an office, a studio. Outside, multiple terraces are going to be framed by jasmine and gardenia, and they're positioned to capture those sunset views where the sky just kind of melts into the ocean. This home, it's in impeccable condition. It's full of architectural soul. It's romantic, timeless, it's genuinely special, a true coastal sanctuary that feels alive with history. Some of the floors and bathrooms and the kitchen, they could be redone by the next buyer, and although it's beautiful, parts of it are dated, and this is one of the best older architectural homes I've seen. The craftsmanship is second to none for an older home. This was a great price, $4.68 million and $1,363 per square foot for a 1928 Spanish with ocean views is a very impressive number. The buyer has multiple properties on the west side, and I assume this will be a primary home. Next, 16844 Calle De Sarah. This one sold for $4.4 million. It's a contemporary Mediterranean in the prestigious guard-gated Summit Enclave in the Highlands. It's set on a prime front row position along Calle De Sarah. The home enjoys unobstructed ocean and mountain views with a great outlook over terracotta rooftops of a summit below. It looks like the right updates were made. New floors, light fixtures, custom built-in media cabinetry in the living room, new kitchen appliances, new quartz countertops in the kitchen and the bathrooms. The cabinets appear original but refreshed with new hardware, and the bathrooms have been upgraded with new glass showers. Nothing flashy, just smart, very meaningful improvements where it counts. The house itself has really strong scale, good volume, and substantial millwork. This was the biggest sale of the year in the Highlands, beating the previous record set in September at $4.1 million. That tells you the market is clearly moving up. The buyer is a very successful entrepreneur in the consumer brand space who actually lost his home in the Highlands. It's awesome that he was able to land back in the same neighborhood. Really great outcome, and I'm rooting for him. Moving on, we're going to be looking at 1000 Villa Grove Drive. This one sold for $4.3 million. This is a land sale. The lot is 32,000, almost 33,000 square feet. It's sold off market. This is definitely one of the better Villa Street settings. It's the end of a cul-de-sac. It sits on a 3-acre knoll with sweeping ocean, canyon, and city views. For the lot, it's really about 17,000 square feet of flat usable land, and the setting is what really makes it. You're positioned at the very end of the bluff, right above Will Rogers State Park. The outlook feels very open and protected. You don't have neighbors or rooftops crowding the sightlines. In my opinion, this could have sold for more. Lots like this just don't come up often. Flat land, privacy, and that view corridor all in one. The buyer's coming from north of Montana and is currently the VP of engineering at Meta. He previously held senior engineering roles at Google and Snapchat, and at Google, he led the Gemini AI data engineering side. Very impressive. Moving on, 620 El Cerco Place. This one sold for 4.19 million. It's a 10,000 square foot lot. So this is a nice flat 10,077 square foot corner lot in the heart of the Huntington Palisades, right at the end of Pampas Ricas, a wide tree-lined street that's celebrated in the Huntington for both its elegance and its vibrant community spirit. This was a great sale, strong price. What's interesting is the price per square foot of land here actually beats that off market in the Upper Riviera, that land sale in San Remo this month. Even though San Remo is roughly twice the lot size, and that tracks with how the land and the real estate market works in general. So once you get those bigger lots and houses and bigger price points, you start to see diminishing returns. The price per square foot usually compresses a little bit as the lot and the prices get bigger. So for a clean, flat corner 10K lot in the Huntington, this number is a real statement. The buyer actually live in the Upper Riviera, and they're the CEO of one of the largest REITs in the country, which is headquartered in Santa Monica. Roughly half the firm's portfolio is in Los Angeles as well. Moving on, next up, 601 Frontera Drive. We're still in the Huntington. This one sold for $4 million. It's ideally situated on the corner of Frontera Drive and Pampas Ricas in the Huntington. It's a 9,240 square foot lot. You're just moments away from Palisades Village, Palisades Park, the beach, scenic trails, everything that makes this pocket so desirable. Two important notes. EPA Phase 1 remediation is complete, and Army Corps of Engineers Phase 2 debris removal is also complete, and the property is not within Coastal Commission authority, which matters from a permitting and timeline standpoint. The buyer, they're local to the west side and building a very strong development track record. They recently completed 2 standout projects in Santa Monica and Westwood. Both were exceptionally well executed and well received. Last up on our list, we have 15214 Mc Kendree Ave. This one sold for $3.7 million. This is about as expensive as it gets on a price per square foot of land basis. North of Montana and the flats are really the only pockets that consistently trade at this level. This is a 7,140 square foot lot. It's perched above the alphabet streets, and it should have ocean views, potentially even from the ground level, definitely from the second story. The parcel is positioned to capture just a very big open outlook that can stretch from the Santa Monica coastline towards Palos Verdes and out across the Pacific to the Catalina. Included in the sale are the original 2009 architectural plans for a striking 6,342 square foot Spanish Revival designed by Charles Sampson, plus the 2025 final fire debris removal permit comes with this sale, which is a meaningful step forward for anyone looking to move quickly. All right, thanks for tuning in, guys. If you are someone you know is thinking of selling, give us a call, shoot us a text, and email. Let us present our approach and share our thoughts on how to best maximize your asset before coming to market. We have an excellent network of professionals, so to prep the house from basic paint, landscaping, decluttering, minor remodel, full remodel, interior designer, staging, of course. And if you're looking to buy, let us connect you with the off-market properties that we have available and that we know are available. Give me a call, 310-943-0909. Thank you.